Yes.
Keep the new civil shirt. Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm just filming a push day. First, I'm just warming up my front delts. I just did a quick 2 sets. I like this position because I feel like I can really isolate my front delts. I'm just starting out with this because I'm about to bench. And I know you can warm up in so many other ways, and it's good to warm up even your lats, especially if you're trying to go for strength or a PR. Usually I'll do lateral raises instead of front delts, but today I just decided to do something different. Also, make sure that you're warming up your shoulders and just stretching out a little bit before, just so that you don't have any tension and you're not as prone to an injury. Now I'm just moving on to bench, and here I'm just doing another quick warm-up with just the bar and no weight. The most important thing about benching is your form, and just make sure that your wrists are straight, because if your wrists are bent, it can cause a lot of wrist pain. Here you can see I'm driving my arms down to a 90-degree angle. I also just keep my elbows a little bit more tucked. It's just my personal preference because I've never had any sort of shoulder pain, and I see that a lot with the wider you are with your elbows. So yeah, for bench, I, to be honest, don't do a lot of sets. I also train very different for chest. I don't do a lot of exercises, and I just more train for strength. I like flat benching a lot. Benching is just more of a fun thing for me. But yeah, here I'm just doing a plate. I'm pretty sure I got 5 reps in. Ignore the last rep because my butt just comes off the bench, and I don't know, that weight had something in it today. But yeah, the key things are with bench is to keep your shoulder blades pinched behind, and also I like to tuck my legs underneath. I know that there's some people that like having their feet more flat, but yeah, just make sure again your wrists aren't bending. I also use leg drive, and with leg drive, just try and picture yourself pushing yourself backwards instead of upwards, and it's going to help with your butt lifting up. And it's just going to help you push up the weight a lot better and faster. I only did 2 sets for this. I recorded another video that I more went to failure. Again, I don't really do any other chest exercise, so here I'm just doing some cable lateral raises. Try to think about stretching your arm out to the corner of the room. Use your other hand for stability, and just try and keep your elbow neutral with your hand. I just did a good 3 sets on each arm. I can't really do that much weight on cable lateral raises, but it's okay. I love alternating between dumbbell and cable, but I definitely feel a lot more tension on the cables. Just make sure that you're pushing yourself as much as possible. And also, try not to shrug when you're doing these. It can be really easy to shrug, and your traps are going to be trained regardless, just with shoulders in general. But for lateral raises, I see a common mistake of shrugging, and that can just cause to isolate your traps more. But again, just make sure that you're reaching outward. And here, I'm just doing some rear delt flies. Your arm is just going to cross across your body. And then I like doing these from a higher angle rather than a straighter angle, just because I feel like I can feel it more in my rear delts. But again, that's just my own preference. Just make sure that you're keeping your body stable and just go relatively slow so that you can actually feel the movement and feel the burn. I also keep a slight bend in the elbow. But as you can see, the slight bend just maintains throughout the rep, and I don't completely straighten my arm. And again, just keeping my other hand on the bar for stability, just so that you can feel the full stretch of the movement. Just make sure you're not jerking all the weight. I usually save pullovers for back day, but I just felt like adding it into my workout today, because even though this workout is really good for your lats, it also does hit your rear delts just because of your arm path. I only did about 2 sets here, so just burn out on these. You can't really see my full form on this, but just make sure that your legs are bent and you just are slightly bent forward, moving along through the reps so you're not so stiff. And just keep yourself stabilized. I also have a slight bend in my elbows on these as well, coming down to about your hip. Really squeeze throughout the movement and also feel the full stretch. As you can see, I'm going almost all the way up. But yeah, honestly, this felt really good to do on a push day, but yeah, I usually save those for back day. I know that so many people disagree on this exercise, but I don't care. I love it. I also do these on cables as well, just because, again, the tension. But here I'm just using a long bar. For these, just make sure that your arm stays in place, your upper arm stays at an upward angle, and your arms just go down to about a little bit further than a 90-degree angle. And just again, make sure that you're going slow and controlled, keeping yourself stabilized. As you can see, I have a slight arch here. And here's another angle. I can say that this exercise definitely holds a lot of tension in your elbows, so just be careful of that. Make sure you're not doing a weight that you can't do. Here, I'm just using the 30-pound long bar. In the first clip, I was using a 50-pound long bar. Just like starting out my first exercise for triceps with the most tension on your elbows, because these do hit the longest part of your tricep. And I just moved on to some dips. For these, you just tilt your body forward whenever you're going down. Make sure that you're feeling the full stretch. And on the way up, just push with the palm of your hands and just make sure you're at least hitting a 90-degree angle. I'm only doing body weight with these, and I only did about just 3 sets. You can, of course, add weight on these. I just did body weight because I had already pretty much done a full workout and was pretty worn out. And just keep yourself slow and controlled. This exercise hits the long head of your tricep, especially the deeper you go, the more activation you'll feel. But among the other muscle groups, it hits your medial and your lateral as well. I did triceps on the cables, doing single arm tricep pushdowns. For these, I just maintained a neutral grip,
Skinny.
just so I could focus more on the lateral head. I'm doing pretty lightweight on this, and I kind of did a little drop set, and I only did 2 sets for these. And make sure that your elbow is staying in place and you're stabilizing yourself so that you can isolate your tricep. These always have me burning up. I also like doing crossbody and underhand grip. And that concludes the workout. I just wanted to add in some clips from the last shoot that I was at. We were in New York, and I'm not allowed to show a lot of these videos that I want to put in here, but here's some sneak peeks and just some of the places that we went to. Are you having fun? These churches are just so beautiful. Like, wow, I wish I could have shown you guys the inside, but we were just walking past. And here's another cathedral that we ended up passing by. I mean, look at that. It's so crazy that these are just smack in the middle of New York. And here we just stopped for some coffee. Here's me and Celeste. And we're in Grand Central. This place is also so beautiful. On the ceiling there's some constellations, and the artwork is just insane. I wish that I could show you guys more, but I'll probably just include the other clips in the next YouTube video. This trip was honestly so fun, except for the fact that I was so sick and so congested. Later at night on the second day, we went in Times Square. It was so freezing. Some more behind the scenes. So yeah, I saw this on the subway. And on the second day, we also went to the Brooklyn Bridge. Meep.
Stop.
Stop. It was so windy and cold. Later in the day, we took the subway down to the Yankees game. There was so many people. I had never gone to a baseball game before, but it was pretty fun. I didn't film a lot of the stuff that I ate on this trip, but I did have a lot of cheat days. I honestly really didn't know what was going on, but it was fun to watch other than the conversations that I heard behind me. These middle-aged men were talking about some outlandish things. And here's me in the subway. And I decided to torture this person sitting across from me. I don't know why, but... And this was on the third day before we left. We got some breakfast. We just sat here and talked, me, Celeste, and Leona. Leona was drawing a picture of us, which ended up being so cute. But yeah, this pretty much concludes the trip. If you guys watched this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining. I plan on continuing to vlog these kind of trips and just vlog some more so that I can just stay more active on YouTube.
Ma'am, excuse me, what are you doing here?